Hello, everyone. Wishing every one of you a very happy Valentine's Day. And it is a day to celebrate love. And while we are busy celebrating love with our partners and our friends, uh, it's a special day to celebrate love for our children as well. So, today we're going to talk about how do you celebrate Valentine's Day by showing love to your children. 10 things you can do this Valentine's Day to make it special for your kids. So let's start. Since it is a day to express love, I'm going to talk about the 5 love languages today. If you're familiar with this concept, that's wonderful, and I do hope you are using it. And if you're not familiar with it, get familiar with it, because this is a fantastic idea about love languages of yourself, your partner, your kids, how you interact with other people, how expression of love gets communicated, and that actually can resolve many problems in many relationships. So let's understand what are the 5 love languages. The first love language, and they are in no particular order. Number 1, quality time. How much of quality time do you spend with someone? For kids, it is the time and attention that you give them when you are with them, whether you are actually with them in full presence or you're distracted. That is quality time. If you are distracted, that is not quality time. If you are present with them, looking at them, maintaining eye contact, that counts as quality time. It's the same with your spouse or with your friends or with any other people in your life. The second love language is the love language of touch. See, children thrive on touch. When a mother holds a baby or when a father touches his child to caress, to appreciate, that touch is something that our body physically craves. Now, if we as adults crave touch, whether it is romantic touch or intimate touch, imagine how much touch is important in our lives, even as children. We thrive on touch. When our kids are caressed and cuddled and hugged and kissed, they are growing, their bodies are responding to that, and that is a very loving way of showing that you care. The third love language that we can talk about is gifts. Giving gifts. Now, kids love gifts. Like, they will love toys or books or clothes, anything that you get for them. Most of the kids are very excited about gifts. So gifts is one of the key love languages. Even adults, a lot of people love receiving gifts, and that is because it's one of their love languages. If their partners don't understand this and wonder, why do you want a gift every time? It's because you don't understand that one of your partner's love languages is receiving gifts or even giving gifts. The fourth is acts of service. Acts of service is basically doing things for someone. So sometimes your kid might ask you to do things for them that you feel like, hey, you're old enough to do this yourself. Why do you want me to do it for you? It's not because they, want to harass you or bother you with it. It's because that's probably their need at that time, and maybe one of their love languages. Somebody doing something for them could be really important and could be a way of, receiving love. The fifth love language is words of affirmation. When you tell your kid, I love you, I appreciate you, you're such a wonderful person. That is words of appreciation, words of support, words of encouragement. Now it happens with your partner also, right? Sometimes people will say, like, your partner might say, why do you want me to tell you I love you so many times? I do love you. Maybe that is your love language. Words of affirmation. One of the most common love languages in the world is the love language of words of affirmation. So even if you feel like your partner wants to hear I love you regularly, it's probably because that's their love language. Or they want to hear things from you, like how was your day. They want to talk, they want to listen to you, they want to they want to hear good things about themselves from you. Why do you ask, how do I look? That's because they want to hear those words of affirmation and support. Now, when we talk about kids and love languages, when kids are young, they're still developing. Their brains, their bodies are still developing, so they don't really have that preference that is developed that adults already have. So when kids are young, what we do with them is we do all 5 love languages. We say good things to them, we give them gifts, we do things for them, we give them physical touch, cuddling, we give them quality time, eye contact, presence. So all of these things are very important to do with kids when your kids are young. As they grow older, as their personalities develop, as they understand what they like and what they don't like, or what they like more, you will see a change in their expression. You will see a change in the way they express themselves also, and in the way they receive these love languages from you. And then slowly you will see how their primary love languages develop. So if as a kid your child love to receive gifts, it's not necessary that their primary love language is receiving gifts. Maybe as they grow older, you might see that their preference for acts of service is greater. They want you to do things for them, or maybe their preference for quality time is greater. So it's not set in stone when they are young. It's of course not set in stone when you're older also. But understanding your child's love languages as they grow older can really help, and the foundation for that you do when they are very, very young. So the younger they are, when you do all of these 5 things, observe which of them your child responds to most, and do that more as they grow older. So today we're going to talk about the 10 things that you can do for your child on this Valentine's Day, which is all of these 5 love languages. 2 things in each of these love languages that you can do for your kid this Valentine's Day. You may want to do all 10, you may want to do 4, you may want to do 5, you may want to do something, you may want to take this information and do something even more amazing with that. Please go ahead and do it, but make this Valentine's very special for your child. Let your child know how much you love them. So the first one is what we're going to talk about today is physical touch. So the 2 things that you can do this Valentine's Day to show your child how much you love them through physical touch. The love language of physical touch is 1, extra cuddles, extra cuddle time. Maybe when they wake up in the morning, give them a little extra cuddle time, or when they go to sleep the previous night, tomorrow night, give them a little extra cuddling. When they wake up in the morning or before they go to sleep, or any time during the day, a little extra cuddle time would be very, very valuable for your child, no matter what their love language is. The second thing you can do for physical touch is you can hold them or rub their tummies or do a little wrestling with them. Any of these physical activities that you can do with them, that is a way of showing love through physical touch. Now, the next love language, words of affirmation or support. What can you do here? So one thing you can do is tell them what you like about them most, or what you appreciate about them most. Kids love to hear positive things from their parents for themselves. It boosts their self-esteem, it boosts their sense of self, it makes them feel good about themselves. So tell them at least one thing that you truly appreciate about them, and not just about the way they look, but about their personalities. Something that that makes you feel so proud to be their parent. Another thing you can do is create an encouragement jar, okay, where you put small little notes of encouragement or things that you like about your kid on a regular basis, so that when your kid is feeling low, or if your kid has had a particularly bad day, or even if you are having a really tough day with your child, either or both of you can open that jar and read all the good stuff that you have written about your kid. This is a fantastic way of of building that connection with your child, also keeping your child your child's sense of self and self-esteem, self-worth in perspective, and so that they know that you like them, you appreciate them, and they continue to like themselves. So the next thing, the third point, is quality time. Now, instead of making your child wait for you to finish your work and spend time with them, give them a little extra time before you start your work. So give them that little special, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes extra before you start your work, so that their need for quality time is fulfilled, and then they will be able to let you work peacefully, and they will feel like, okay, my parent cares more about me than about work, and they feel like a priority, and they allow you to do your work. Believe me, this one works beautifully. The next one, the fourth one, is gifts. So you can actually buy small, inexpensive but meaningful gifts for your child, and keep giving it to them on a regular basis. Now, some parents may feel that this might spoil the child, but if that is your child's love language, you don't have to give anything big, you don't have to give anything expensive, you don't even have to buy it. Okay, it doesn't need to be something you bought, but a gift could be anything that is meaningful to your child. It could be something that you made for them, like you made something, physically made something for them, and gave it to them as a gift. That also teaches your child to give gifts to other people, how to receive graciously and how to give. You could also do something like a personalized gift for your child, like like writing a poem for them, or writing a story about them, or something very special, very personal, and give it as a gift to your child. The fifth one is acts of service. Do something for your child this Valentine's Day that you haven't done for them in a long time. Maybe something like feeding your child, because if your child has been independent for a while and has been eating on their own, maybe a pleasant surprise would be your mom or dad feeding you that day, just talking to you while feeding you. I mean, that could really make them feel wonderful, like my mom is doing something for me, or my dad is doing something for me. You could also start a tradition where once a week you do something for them, an act of service for them, something that they want you to do for them. Okay, it's not what you want to do for them, but it's what they want you to do for them. Once a week. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate, it doesn't have to be anything very fancy, but it's that once a week thing. If acts of service is going to be a child's primary love language, this is something that they're going to remember forever. And it will be worth the effort that you put in, because it will build that kind of a relationship with your child. So there you have it. 10 things that you can do with your child this Valentine's Day. Each of them is a special treat for your child and for yourself as a parent. And, it will go a long way in building your bond and strengthening your bond with your child, and showing your child how much you really love them. And you know what? When you share the love, you get it back tenfold. So please share the love this Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. Love yourself, love your kids. Take care. Bye-bye.